About a month or so before I met my boyfriend, this guy ended things with me over text. Like, he wasn't my boyfriend. We weren't like in a relationship. We'd only gone on 4 dates. But you know those guys where it's more than just 4 dates? Like, it's just really intense, like an emotional connection. It's like you feel like you've known each other. Like, there's just like a different depth to it. Yeah, he just ended things with me over text randomly at 8:30 one night after spending a whole weekend together. A few days after that, he just says like, I have to work on myself and like I need more time alone, or whatever his thing was. And I remember being sad and like crying about it, and I asked, I was like, can we talk on the phone? Never responded. I tried to call him once, didn't answer my phone calls.
Gentlemen, welcome back to another video in which we'll discuss monkey branching and modern women. Now, we'll get started with this one that you may have seen in the intro already being quite delusional. So let's check the video, guys. It's a little long, but like every 5 seconds there is something to unpack. So let's get started and leave me your thoughts in the comments, guys.
So about a month or so before I met my boyfriend, this guy ended things with me over text. Like, he wasn't my boyfriend. We weren't like in a relationship. We'd only gone on 4 dates. But you know those guys where it's more than just 4 dates? Like, it's just really intense. Like,
intense is a really red flaggy word to describe a relationship. Every time a woman tells me the relationship was intense, you can just bet anything you like that it was chat, because that's what intense is about. You know, the butterflies, the spark, etc., the instant chemistry. They always tell those things. When they're hooked to chat, they like him. He's attractive, he's jacked, he's out of their league, and everything seems intense to them when literally nothing is happening. He's calling them, you know, over the weekend to have some fun, and they call that intense when there's nothing there. And of course, guys, the monkey branching, right? She was in a situationship that she likes to refer to as her ex-boyfriend, even though they went on 4 dates. So 4 booty calls she calls a relationship. But then, of course, she monkey branched 1 month after, and you can bet it's probably less time, to another man that is now her boyfriend. I don't know what type of man do you have to be to date these sort of women that just jump from man to man, right? And you can bet that before the last chat, she's had more chats along the way. This woman has a high body count of triple digits probably, and some guy apparently decided, you know, let's have a relationship. Because, you know, a person who has triple digit body count is apparently, you know, has a good pair bonding ability, apparently, supposedly. But now let's continue, guys.
Like an emotional connection. It's like you feel like you've known each other. Like, there's just like a different depth to it. Yeah, he just ended things with me over text randomly at 8:30 one night after spending a whole weekend together.
The depth, guys, it's this relationship that they had was so intense. There were so many feelings, such a deep love, that the guy broke with her via text, and didn't even care to reason why. You can see the emotions, really deep emotions, really intimate connection, you know. Yeah.
A few days after that, he just says like, I have to work on myself and like I need more time alone, or whatever his thing was. And I remember being sad and like crying about it, and I asked, I was like, can we talk on the phone? Never responded. I tried to call him once, didn't answer my phone calls. So I was like,
this is what she calls an intense relationship with intense emotions and depth. When the guy called her over the weekend to have his fun, and then broke off via text, and then didn't even care to respond to her call. Okay, that is what she calls an intense relationship. And that is the reason why she accepted this relationship in the first place, because if the guy showed that he wanted to commit right from the get-go, he would have scared her off. But the fact that he was a walking red flag from the beginning is what lured her in, and what made her feel the butterflies and all that. Is this woman is, you know, just from these 40 seconds that we've covered from her, she's a 0 out of 10 in terms of girlfriend material. All the red flags are there. She's missing the tattoos for some reason. but it's like you can see the type of men that these women are dating. You can see the type of men that these women are interested in. The guys who don't even care to respond after she tells him, I'm crying. Can we make a call? There are 1,000 guys willing to, just do anything for this woman. 1,000 guys interested to ride her every day and just be a cute little puppy, do everything that she wills, be extremely simps. But she doesn't want those guys who can give her the commitment. She wants that one out of every 100 men who has more options than her, is better looking than her, and unavailable. So guys, please don't fall for it when women tell you all guys are bad. Where are all the good men? I can't find, the universe didn't show me my partner, I'm still waiting for him. Never trust them. They have literally hundreds of options at every point in time, and they're just making the bad decisions over and over again. But let's continue now.
Okay, then it's not meant to be. And I knew that, but I was still sad, obviously. Thankfully for me, I've built up a strong resilience, so I was really only sad for that night. The next day, I was at a good place. I'm like, okay, universe, send me my person. This clearly wasn't my guy. I'm ready for my person. Like, I've learned whatever lessons you need me to learn, and I really went through the things that I might have missed.
Yes. And there, guys, we have why when women say they've learned and they've healed, we never trust them. This is what she refers to when she says that she's learned. Just another 4-day situationship, which results mean that she's just stupid and she fell for Chad again. And she calls this learning and healing. What did you learn exactly? May I ask? You didn't learn anything. You were just fooled by Chad. He played you. He had his fun. He ditched you, not caring so much. And now you're back at square one, where you will repeat the same mistake again. What exactly did you learn? Guys, they always say healed, I healed, but then they make the same mistake again. So, it's like, I would call healing when you've already overgrown the problem, when you've actually learned something in order to not repeat the same mistake again. But they say they've learned and they've healed, and then watch them 1 week later do the same mistake again. It has no value. Their words have no value. It doesn't mean anything. If you're on a first date with a woman and she tells you that she's on her healing journey, she's learning, just, that's my advice. Get up and leave. Or have your fun and ditch her as well to see if she has truly learned. Now let's continue.
And figured out, like, okay, what lessons were here for me to learn?
None.
And I was just ready to manifest my partner. A month later, I met my boyfriend, and yeah, like, he's the best. He's the best. He's a million times better than that guy. No offense to him, but a million times better. I'm a million times happier than that guy honestly could have made me, because, after things end with somebody, you have so much clarity, and you're like, oh yeah, there was that, and that. Like, my boyfriend now is literally everything I've dreamed of. I used to write these, like, dream husband lists, and mine was, like, pages long. He checks all my boxes and more. Like, he's literally meant for me. Like, literally, I feel like I've completely manifested him. It's just amazing. And in that moment when the other guy sent me that text, there's no way I would have known my boyfriend, who's definitely my future husband, was on, like, not just on his way to me. I knew he was
definitely her future husband, gentlemen. Now, things don't add up for me. Like, we have this supposed guy that could be imaginative, but let's say he's real. We have this guy who ticks all her boxes, all her requisites, all the, the list of 50 non-negotiables that she has. And that guy, who is clearly way above her, decided to get into a relationship with this woman in the period of 1 month, from which she went to being with one guy to being with the other. Things don't add up. And she says, he's going to be my future husband. What is, let's say, a 9 out of 10 guy doing with you, having a serious relationship, And guys, I'm probably assuming, right? I'm guessing that they are not in a relationship. She says that they're in a relationship, but let's not forget, she called a person her boyfriend for, dating him 4 days. That's what she calls a boyfriend. So we can assume that they are not in a relationship. She just likes to call him that, my now boyfriend, when in reality, they've hooked up like 2 times. And she calls that a relationship. So This guy, her supposed perfect boyfriend, is just having fun with her, right? He's leagues above her. He has many other options. He would never commit to one of the low tier plan Bs, you know. He would never do that. And in case that Chad, who is just the perfect boyfriend, wants to have something serious, why would he have something serious with a woman who is dating multiple men and has a high body count? I don't think that the guy is so stupid. I'm guessing he's just having his fun, and this woman is already, you know, making a movie in her head that they're gonna marry and have children, because that's what women do. They like to fantasize about securing that child, about, you know, making him stay, etc., not realizing that he will never commit. Because if the guy that they fantasize about is willing to commit, they would not be interested in him in the first place. That's what modern women don't get. The fact that you're attracted to him means that he is unavailable. So he's not going to commit, let me tell you. Let me spoil the movie for you. You're not going to end up married with 4 children, you know, living in your 60s and happy. Now, let's continue, guys.
He was on his way to me at some point, but I know he was that close to meeting me in, you know, just a month or so. Please keep that in mind when a guy ends things with you, or you go through a breakup, or somebody ghosts you, or you haven't got any good matches, like whatever your story is. Like, it always happens when you least expect it, because you never expect it to happen. The faster you learn the lessons, the faster you process, like, you'll manifest things sooner. But there's also the aspect of divine timing, which I know is a big part for me as well.
Divine timing, gentlemen. Manifesting, the universe having in store someone for us. You know, just manifest harder, learn your lessons. These things that she's saying just appeal to modern women because they like the easy path, right? They like the easy route out. If you tell them, why don't you stop dating multiple men and getting banged by Chad all the time, and you actually focus on being a good person to be around, so maybe you can secure a man, they don't like that. They don't like to self-improve. They don't like the accountability. They don't like to have to do anything. They just feel that they are entitled to sit on their arse all day and wait for the universe, God, you know, whatever, to bring them that perfect man that, you know, that checks all the check boxes. Accountability, gentlemen, is modern women's kryptonite.
And just have faith in it. Have faith. I am so thankful it didn't work out with that guy and every other guy before that that I thought I was gonna marry. Like, you couldn't pay me enough money to have any of them back.
So this woman admits that any other guy, let's say 20, or all the 20 guys she's been with, she expected to marry, and it didn't work out. But this one, guys, this one will. Why? We don't know. There's no reason to think that this one will work out, but this one will. And the reason I know he won't is because you've already shown us that you've repeated the same process 20 times. Let's say it's probably more than 20, it's probably 50, but you know, you've already done that process 50 times and it hasn't worked out. What does it, you know, what makes you think that this time it's gonna work out? Absolutely nothing, guys. She's just delusional. She knows that she can't secure a man the natural way of, you know, being just pleasant and not having a astronomically high body count. She knows that she can't find a man like this, so she has to be delusional in order to cope with reality. She has to think that every boyfriend, you know, what she calls boyfriend she has, is given by God, is put there by the universe, or she has manifested him. And every man she dates, she thinks that he's her boyfriend and they're gonna end up married, living happily ever after. You know, but reality shows it never happens. So it won't happen this time as well.
To trade my boyfriend for any of them, ever. You could not pay me enough money, ever. And there are points in time where I didn't feel that way. Seriously, you'll be okay. Your person's out there. He's dreaming of you. He's looking for you. And he's going to be a million times better than all those other guys were.
So, of course, guys, we end with the entitlement. You know, we just deserve that man who ticks all the 50 boxes. We just deserve him. And hey, it's going to happen. Just believe in it. So many modern women believe this, where if you actually, like, let me give you an opposite example. Imagine, right, we are sitting at a bar, we are 2 men, and I tell you, hey bro, don't worry if you are single. You're gonna meet that chick who has huge breasts and a big, behind, and she's extremely attractive, and she's humble, and she just ticks all your boxes. She likes the games you like, she likes to watch you playing, she will cook for you, just have as many children as you can. She will just that 10 out of 10 woman. Don't worry, man, you're gonna meet her. It's just gonna happen. You don't have to do anything about it. You can be overweight, sitting at home playing video games all day. Don't worry, you'll just manifest. Have you tried manifesting harder, bro? Like, just don't worry. It's like, what the hell, man? What are we talking about? How crazy do you have to be to believe in that? But man, they're more down to earth. They realize that throughout their life, they've always had to do something, put effort to achieve something, and they know what's the deal. They know that they have to put effort to achieve things. Women, on the other hand, they've never done anything to attract men. Just take a shower, maybe. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to even have a good personality, because a lot of people want to screw them, So it's like they get to this point where they're 30, they've never had a man commit to them, and they think that, yeah, no worry, I can do the same thing I've been doing till now, just do nothing and wait for a man to appear. But they don't realize, gentlemen, that to have S3X, you can do nothing as a woman. You'll get an endless supply of men willing to have fun with you. But in order to make someone commit, it actually takes a few things that these women, of course, don't have. But now let's continue, gentlemen.
Oh, you want to know how to know if a guy is going to abandon you when you're first dating? Let me tell you exactly how to know that. If you're out to dinner and they don't have what you're looking for, or you have a special request and he tries to like poo-poo you to the waiter, if you're running late somewhere and he blames it on you when you get there, if he can't find something and he blames it on you, when things get hard financially, he finds the last thing that you purchased and he blames it on you. All your financial troubles are because what you just purchased, like that $5 coffee. If you tell him something in confidence and then he ever brings it up to you and uses it against you in an argument. If you call him twice in a row and it's an emergency and he doesn't call you back immediately and come to help you. If you get dressed up and you feel like you look nice and he puts you down or slide you in any way. I'm just going to say this, if he compliments another woman in front of you.
So a perfect example, gentlemen, of a woman who wants to get rid of all accountability. The type of woman that is always right in an argument, the kind of woman you cannot just discuss anything with, because she's going to tell you that you're being abusive and aggressive. Just, the type of woman everyone is dreaming to get married to. These are the type of women that, can't get over an argument, and after they leave the relationship, they tell the whole world that, their ex was abusive and so gaslighting and toxic. Yet, check back on their relationship, and he asked him if she did look good in a dress, and he didn't tell the full description that she expected to receive. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching this episode of Dating Over 30. Leave me your thoughts in the comments, and I'll be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.